So we're in Unit 4 of Brand Content Narrative. The lesson is really definitive, and the chapter in the book is very definitive, and the two case studies you will be looking at are definitive too. They all add to the dialogue about brand content narrative in the first P, which is planning. It's got to be very strategic, and it goes through a lot of different points about the brand planning that you can follow pretty closely and pretty definitively. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about strategy. It's got to be very strategic, and there's two letters that people are talking about right now, CI, called competitive intelligence, and that's referenced in your book. Competitive intelligence is doing all of your homework about the competition and knowing what you're up against. So CI is going to be outstanding in the readings you're going to do in the next few weeks. You're going to be doing a global content plan, editorial calendar, and applying that to marketing regions, targeting regions, personas, and locales. And you're going to be asked to do a couple of those so that you can show how to adapt a global plan to a regional plan too. So one thing it talks about in your book is formal and informal top-down planning. That's largely for smaller organizations where the CEO or the president or the owner is running the show. Formal and informal top-down and bottom-up applies to larger organizations where delegation is common, committees reporting up the ladder to the top dogs. And there's part of your assignment, which is a really well-written assignment. There's a lot of instruction, a lot of help in how that assignment is worded. It talks about metrics, inbound metrics, outbound metrics. And you've been exposed to metrics before. The thing that I wanted to point out is number 2 in your assignment, line number 2, talks about, you might say, building awareness and driving demand by X%. And then the third one is boost customer engagement, brand awareness by X%. That's going to vary. All of you are going to have different ideas about that. Don't worry too much about saying that you're going to drive awareness by 10% or increase inbound marketing by 5% over 4 months or something. That's anybody's guess, because I don't know who I do know who you're working for, but it's going to vary depending on which size your client is. So just get into that. Read the assignment carefully and just meet that assignment. Put in a number for X%, whatever number works for you, whatever you think is going to work for your client. Onward.